Hey, CSM service leaders, this coming weekend is Super Bowl, which may in some ways sound like there's not that much for you to do, but it's a little bit logistical, so I'm going to fill you in. I believe in Mason, you know what rows you're sitting in. I think it's the back 2 rows. I just want to let CSM leaders here at Oakley know where you're going to be sitting, because it's actually different for every service, so listen up if I say your service. Saturday, you're not meeting at 6:15, you're meeting at 7, so there's that. You're going to be in section 500 on the 3rd row. I just licked my fingers, pretend like you didn't notice that. At 10:30, which is not at 10 o'clock, at 10:30, you're going to be sitting in the far sections up on the 3rd floor. Every one of these were on the 3rd balcony, and all the way in the opposite direction for the 12:30 service. We'll have this exact piece of paper with this information in the room in the bin. And you guys all need to have it with you just in case somebody sits in your section. You don't want to pull like, I'm the boss and you need to move. You need to say instead, like, actually here's our sheet that says that this is where we're supposed to be sitting. Because you don't have actual tickets to argue with anybody, this would be the polite way to do it. So we're going to make sure we have this available in the room so that you can clarify if somebody accidentally sits in your section. Accidentally. On top of that, the other thing that's super important is there's been a lot of traffic flow problems out in the atrium, and there's going to be a truck right outside the room, so traffic flow is not going to get easier, and people are going to be getting drinks, and it's really, really busy on Super Bowl weekend. So the important thing is that you meet, and telling kids to meet at the same regular door, but immediately gather and get them out of there. You cannot have pod leaders wait for their entire pod to get there. As soon as you have 20 kids in a pod leader, send them over to these seats. 20 kids in a pod leader, get them out of there. 20 kids in a pod leader, get them out of there. Do not let loads of kids and loads of pod leaders gather around the door. In fact, you might even want to have the pod leaders go and stand closer to the fireplace or to the game room door. And as you get 20 kids, or as kids are coming, just tell them to go gather with a pod leader and send them off. Just make sure you have a system to not allow groups of people to gather around the CSM room. It's just too crazy Super Bowl weekend to gather there. All right, that's the main stuff for this weekend. Make sure that you just are logistically on it. Remember also that we're doing tailgating outside in front of the chapel at the east entrance, and encourage kids, even if they didn't sign up, to just go hang out there. We want to make it look as full as possible. So after the service, be like, hey, go hang out over at the tailgating. Or if kids are showing up early, hey, go hang out at the tailgating. All right, that's it. That's basically what we got going on. I know in Mason you have tailgating as well, and you know what seats you're sitting in there. I think that's it. We have a shot for you of what we believe will be the winning Super Bowl move. That's it.
Hustle up there. All right, bring it here. Bring it here. Go. 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 There you go.